Hey, Furry and Finley here, and for once I'm actually wearing makeup. Yay! On that subject, just because someone's an artist and knows about lines and other such, and they're good at doing their own makeup, doesn't mean they're good at doing other people's makeup. Someone who's good at their own makeup versus a makeup artist is two separate entities. I can do wings and all sorts of extravagant things on my face, but when it comes to someone else's, don't bother asking, because you have to be able to work with blinking eyes at times when you're just about to touch the product on and they blink and get a streak up here, and it's just really difficult to work with someone else's facial structure, their shape, their skin tones, because some people that have asked me to do their makeup for them is a complete different skin tone to me. I'm fair, as you can see, I pretty much match my wall. And when someone comes along who is fairer than me or with a darker complexion goes, "Do my makeup!" It's like, okay, do you have makeup? No, we'll just use yours. Like, no. You're not using my makeup, because firstly, it doesn't suit you. Secondly, it's a hygiene problem. Now, I don't care if I'm using my brushes on me and I don't wash them for a month or more. I've got brushes I haven't washed for like 6 months and they're still going strong. I really have to clean them. And I don't use them very often except for my powder brushes. So, yeah, that's the thing. So, I'm not going to use my mascara on someone else. I'm not going to use my eyeliner on someone else. I'm not going to use my lipstick on someone else. Because I don't know what their skin is like. I don't know if they've got an eye infection or a throat infection or something like that. If you're sick, it's going to transfer on the product and it's going to make me sick. And I don't want your cold. I get a cold, I get a throat infection. Or a sinus infection, which is as bad if not worse than a throat infection. I get sick, I get a secondary infection, and that's the end of it. I'm down and out for a best part of a month, and that sucks. And if you've got something on your skin, like a bacteria or something like that, that's not natural to my skin, you're gonna break me out. Or vice versa. So you're introducing new cultures of bacteria and other such to a foreign surface. It's not going to work out well. So I don't lend my products. And if I do, it's a last case incident of, oh my god, I don't have what I need, can I please borrow yours? Or if I'm out and about I forget my mascara, which I do, I go into a department store and go, soop, I'll deal with it. Because I know about 50 other people have done that to that one item. And I even do that with perfume. I'll go in and I'll use a tester on myself because I forgot to put my perfume on that day. It's a viable hack. It's good. But there is a level of good, because a lot of those products that are in those places, they do get cleaned periodically and regularly, especially if you go up to the makeup counters and you've got a makeup artist there, and you ask them to put it on you because you forgot and you need some. They will actually get out a clean mascara wand, one of the disposable ones, and they'll put it on you for you. That's amazing. So if you've got any of your makeup and you really need it and you're in a situation where you can just go into a department store like Myers or David Jones, you can get a full face of makeup complimentary by a professional. It's great. So, I'm used to certain types of canvases. I'm used to my own skin. And I'm used to the actual cotton fabric canvas that you use for painting. And I'm also used to artist papers. So to ask me to put makeup on someone else is really going outside of my comfort zone, and it's really uncomfortable. It's awkward. I don't have the experience, I don't have the tools, I don't have the full knowledge on how to go about painting someone's face. I do cheats and hacks and all sorts of shit with my skin. It's like I don't even use a primer. Most of the time I don't even wear makeup. So you've got to keep that in mind. I have more experience and more hours clocked up with acrylic paint than I do with foundation. So to ask me to do your makeup is a very unreasonable request. And I won't do it. And the worst part with requests is it's rarely beforehand. I don't have the time or the experience to sit about and play around with your skin, with your face, and figure out what works for you. A makeup artist will just instantly, instinctively know, because of their level of training, what to do for you and how to do it. What product goes with what, which fits well, which blends well, what goes where, to have a lovely look. But to go out to a club and turn around and go, oh hey, by the way, do my makeup for me, that's a really unreasonable request. And the biggest issue with that is lighting, appropriate area, because most nightclubs and bars don't have decent tables, they don't have decent seating, they don't have good lighting. And how the fuck is an artist supposed to do their work in the dark? I have done canvases in candlelight, and they have turned out so yellow it's not even funny. You see it in candlelight, it looks like a normal skin tone. You turn on the lights and it's orange. That's a contradiction of tones that we're working with here. You need a certain environment to be able to do the best. And if you've noticed with shows that do all the cosmetics and all that, especially the behind the scenes of fashion shows and stuff, you've got those big mirrors with the light bulbs around it. That's what you need to be giving a really good concept of where all the shadows and creases and other such lie. Because if you're in natural lighting and there's, like, even with that you can see that there's going to be a difference between lighting on this side and this side. And my light source is over here, so this side is a different tone, a different shade to this side, and it's going to end up looking wonky. So when it comes to asking friends to do your makeup, it's one thing if you're having a night over at a friend's house and you're experimenting and you're trying to learn how to use things, trying to learn techniques and figuring out what your friends are doing. That's fine. Especially if your friends are all into it and go, hey, I have this new thing, I want you to try it. If they're in the zone and you're in the zone and you both really want to do it, that's perfect. But don't go to a club, especially a paid event, turn up half an hour late and go, "Oh, I need my makeup done, please do it for me." That's not acceptable. Don't be given 6 months prior to an event to experiment, to get accustomed to figure out things, and squander it. If you're going to buy a product, spend the time, get your wet wipes out, get your product out, practice putting it on, practice taking it off. You can only do that several times during a day because your skin is going to get sick of being rubbed raw and all that jazz, but get used to the application process. Get used to the taking it off process. Get used to handling it, seeing how it flows. Alright? It's your makeup, your face. Pull your thumb out and paint your own face. Because unless you're paying a beautician or a makeup artist to paint your face, don't bother. Alright? Because I'm not that generous. I'll get to a point where I'll just go, nah. I came out to have a fun time and spend time with my friends. I did not come out to paint someone's face and spend a good 3 hours on it because I don't have that skills and I'm trying to figure things out as I'm going, and this is really awkward because I'm having to stand over someone, which I don't like doing. I'm trying to figure out how to hold the pencils, how to hold the brushes, and there's this giant makeup bag that I really don't want to be lugging around, and I don't want them lugging around either, because it just ends up in the cloakroom, or it gets ruined, or it gets lost. When you go out clubbing, or you go out somewhere nice, the most you need is your touch-up bag. You should already have all your makeup on. And all I keep in my touch-up bag is my lipstick, maybe a powder, because shine, you know, lip balm. You try to keep your touch-up bag for on the go as compact as possible, because you've only got a little bag or you've got a little pocket and you don't want to be lugging around a big duffel bag everywhere. That's insane. It's not good for your body, it's not good for your back, it's not good to be carrying that much shit all the time. You really need to reduce the amount you're carrying at any given point in time. So, leave your makeup at home. If you're going to wear it, put it on at home. If you're running late and you haven't got the time to put it on at home, then by all means do it on the bus, do it on the train. Just don't do it while you're driving. You know, and even then you have your very quick, easy makeup to put on. You know, forego the liquid foundation unless it's one of those sponge ones, the new ones, whatever they're called. I got one of them, they're great. You know, just all you need for a good classic look is a nice neutral or bold lipstick with a lip liner, a powder foundation, a 3-tone eyeshadow or a very pigmented one that you can layer up to get a smoky look, an eyeliner, and a mascara. That's 5 items. You know, the least applicators you have, the least liquids you have, the least mess you have. You need it to fit in a small container that will fit in your back. So that's it's not a rant, it's just reality. If you want me to do your makeup, check with me beforehand and give me time to actually sit down and do it on your face. And if I say no, don't be offended, because I am not a miracle worker. I cannot do everything. Alright? I'm good at some things, I'm terrible at others, and makeup sits in that. When I do it on myself, it looks okay, but don't ask me to do it on anyone else, because then it won't look okay. It really won't. Alright? And, yeah. Me and cosmetics. Yay! I do a damn fine winged eyeliner, but don't ask me to do it on you, because I just can't get my head around it. That takes some serious special training. Training I don't have. And I'm sure your other friends are fairly well the same way inclined. If they don't have the training, if they don't have the experience, if they don't feel comfortable doing it, just don't bother asking. It'll save everyone a hassle. Especially when you're already out, you're at the venue, the last thing you want to be doing at that place is doing someone else's makeup. The most you'll be wanting to do is touching up your own halfway through the night. Over and out from the very Finley.